Hello. So I guess this is a Nell at Night episode. It's been a really long time since I've posted a video or since I've actually done a video. And the last video that I did was I know when it was because I've been sitting with this for months now. I posted a video in November of 2018. So I was actually going to post a video last week, which was Monday, June 3rd, and it was the new moon in Gemini, which is a really good time to set an intention. The new moon is a good time to set an intention, and being in Gemini, it was all about communication and communing or connecting with others, and that is actually my 10th house, which is my house of like my career and my social status and like how others view me, and I wasn't ready. So okay, forget about all that astrology stuff. It's just like I'm always thinking about where the moon is and the planets are. But let me start with why I stopped posting videos. And also let me say that I'm going to try to make this short, but I'm also going to be really real. And I'm nervous and I don't really want to do this, but I feel like I need to. I need to share this because it is for me because this is uncomfortable, but it's actually what's driving me to make this video is that if this can be of service for someone else. So, going back to why I stopped posting the videos, it was for that reason. This is hard for me to say, but it started turning into approval for me, like me sharing a video and hoping that it got likes and responses and was accepted and like appreciated, and it lost the value of why I actually was doing the videos in the first place, and that was solely to share things that I've learned along the way that have helped me in my journey. So I stopped posting because it just didn't feel right for me, and I wanted to be authentic, and it was about like how many likes I was getting, and I was like, this felt kind of gross in my stomach. So I wanted to do it. I wanted to share, but I don't know. I wasn't able to at that time. Also, I was going through some really hard stuff, and so I've been in that process too. So the reason that I'm sharing this video now is because these last 2 months have been really bad for me. It's been really hard. My heart was broken, and I was feeling really sad, and I was really unhappy, like just having such a hard time. So, that's okay. And everybody is entitled to have really difficult times, but it's weird that I didn't give myself permission to be sad. So I had this huge resistance to mourn and feel sad. And what's interesting is that I went out a couple times and I realized this image that I was giving to other people. And so this is the reason why I'm sharing, because I want to tell you about my difficulties. Not because I feel like I want to share, because I actually don't. I really like not sharing things about myself. I really like pretending I'm something else. I'm really good at that. I'm good at just knowing what people want and trying to give it to them. So this is actually really not fun for me to share about myself, like the things that I have a hard time with, and then putting them out there. Okay, so it's going to be in little pieces because I just I can't take too much of it. But I ran into a couple people, and first of all, they were like, how are you? And I was like, oh, I'm awful. I'm having a really hard time, which is hard for me to do, by the way. Like I said, just for me to be like, I'm really having a hard time is hard for me to say. So I started to like unravel myself in front of people, and I think that a lot of people got uncomfortable with that. I'm trying to hide that light. Okay, that's a little bit better. On my face. So a lot of people got like uncomfortable with me being so like honest about my unhappiness, and they're like, but you're like a healer and you're a counselor, and like you have all the tools. And I was like, I have the tools, I'm just really sad. And And then me hearing that, I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? I should feel better. And so it's been really ugly. And I wish I could say I'm in that place now, because I sort of want to be able to reveal that on video, but I am not evolved in that place yet. So I'm not there now, but just trust me, I was, and it was awful. So anyway, it made me think, like, oh my gosh, like, people think I'm happy all the time. Like, I need to clarify some things here. So this is why I'm doing the video. I want to clarify that just because I do videos and I share information, I am this just regular person, right? Who is pretty broken and has like every negative thought pattern, habit, addiction. I mean, I guess I don't have a drug addiction or anything, but like addictive personality, addictive behaviors, like opens her heart up and gets it like crushed in two sometimes. Like, I do really dumb things, and I just like, I'm not really that evolved. So I want to be clear about that, because I feel like I need to really premise this, that I am just on my journey as well. That being said, I do have some tools. I have, because I've been so messed up and because I do the dumbest things ever, I'm also very introspective, and I like to study, and I like to learn, and I like to explore and go really deep with stuff. So I do have the ability to self-heal, but let me explain that in that process, I go really low. Like, my girlfriend, Kitty, I love you. She saw me bawling my eyes out like a hot mess, and she didn't even know what to do with me. She's like, oh my gosh, I've like never seen you this bad. Like, I've just been broken and like unraveled and awful. And I'm sharing this because it's really important to be able to know that it's okay. And I even forgot that it was okay. And so I feel like if I forget, and I know this, and I actually work with people and tell them like it's okay, then I feel like it's maybe another important message for me to share. The other thing is, I run into people, they're like random people that, you know, some of them don't even know me, and are just like, oh, I've seen your video, or they know me a little bit or whatever. And they're like, oh, you must be high when you do your videos. Or like, are you like stoned or something? And I don't care. Like, I'm not judging if you do or whatever, but I just want to clarify, I am not. I actually don't do drugs. I do drink sometimes. As a matter of fact, the last like ridiculousness that I did, I was drunk and I did such stupid things that I'm really not drinking right now, because I'm like, my behavior was just so dumb. So again, see, people, like, I do like things like that are not evolved, you would think, after all these years, but no. So why am I sharing this? I have no idea. No, I know. I'm sharing this because it's for the people that are out there that like maybe see, you know, they may see this, like these images out there, and like think that like, oh, these other people have it together and I just do dumb things, and I'll never get it together, or I'll never get this right, or just like, you know, being hard on themselves. And I want to share that, like, if there's anybody right out there that gets like that, what it's like to be broken, and what it's like to go really low and really deep, and like so deep that you don't know if you can get out, sort of deep. And I actually didn't know if I could get out. It was really scary, like this process. And I understand it now, and I've done a lot of reflection on it. Like I said, though, it's to normalize it, and for people to know that like it's okay to be in this place and to accept yourself in that. I feel like it's really important. And to see others who may look like, oh, they're happy, like, look, I'm smiling right now, but I was not smiling before, and I was hiding, and so that's sort of why I'm back on sharing my videos. It's not for me because I really having a hard time with this, but it is for me because it's also important for me to show who I am to the world, and to not try to be something that I'm not, right? So remember, like, you know, how it feels free, and what's important to me is to be free, to be who I am, and to not pretend. So that's that. Okay. Yeah, Nell at night, I guess we're still doing that. Sure. And I'll be back next month, I think, or sooner. I don't know. I'm just kind of going with it, but I hope that, this was useful. Okay. Lots of love to you. Take care.